Hey guys, what is up? It is me, John, and I hope that everybody is doing well today. And if you watched the other video that I talked about blogging and the accessibility or some of the accessibility issues with blogging, today what we're going to do is we're just going to talk about the code and how to do, just some simple things that I think will help you out. So what you want to do is on your blog, when you go to new and you do your title, you put in your title. Then you're gonna come out of that with your JAWS, root your JAWS to PC, come out of that, arrow down to the body. And when you get in the body, here is something that is, I think, something that some people are not aware of. But obviously on your blog, you want your blog to have a decent ranking with the SEO. And to do that, you need to have, your title, and you need to have your keyword is very important. So always make your keyword your title. That's the start of it. So whatever you title, that is what your keyword is going to be. Remember that. That is very, very important to remember, that the title is your keyword. Okay? So for example, if you look at one of my previous blogs at empowernetwork.com/ajmarketing, you'll see a blog that says guide dogs give the blind community freedom, which is so true, right? Anyways, we're not going to get into talking about the blog, but that title was also my keyword. And because I did it right, it gave me an SEO of 87%, which is really good. And it's a learning process, guys. But let me explain about the code now. So you're going to have your title in there, and we'll just go off of my rough draft here of guide dogs give the blind community freedom. So that's my title. I'm going to go to my body, and what I want to do is I want to make that keyword, guide dogs give the blind community freedom, the first part of my body. So what I want to do is I'm wanting to make it bold, I'm wanting to make it underlined, and I'm wanting to make it italic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in less sign CODE greater space less B greater space less U greater space less I greater space, then a guide dogs give the blind community freedom, or whatever your title is going to be, for example, space less slash B greater, that's closing the bold mark, it's the closing tag for the bold, less slash U greater, it's closing the underline tag, less slash I greater is closing the italic tag, and then less slash code greater, and that closes the tag so that the tag are not showing up in your actual post. Because if you don't do it that way, it's going to show up that code stuff and just writing it, it's not going to matter. So you got to make sure you use them symbols that I talk about. Most of you probably know where them symbols are, but if you don't, I'll tell you. If you put your hand on your right hand on your shift key and you hold it down, your less sign will be the third key over from the shift key. So you'll hold that down and you'll hit that, the third key over. That's going to be your less symbol. And then your greater symbol is going to be your shift key, and then 2 keys over from the shift key. Okay, so that's gonna make that, for example, my title or keyword, guide dogs give the blind community freedom. It's going to give it all them effects. It's going to make it bold. It's going to put underline underneath of it, and it's going to give it the italic, or however you want to say that word. I always say that a little bit messed up, but then what you've done is you've closed them out with all them tags, because you did your less B greater, your less U greater, your less I greater, your title / your keywords, whatever, less slash B greater you closed out your bold, less slash U greater you closed out your underlines, and less slash I greater you closed out your italic, and less slash code greater you closed out the code so that it recognizes it. Then you can hit enter. And when you do that, then you can start your first sentence. And what you want to do is use that first sentence and have your keyword in it. And again, use that same procedure that I just showed you and use them same codes. But now, what you're going to do is, before you do that, you're going to do less slash code greater, less H1 greater, your keyword or your title, less slash H1 greater. So now you've got a heading, number 1, which is the less H1 greater, your title, less slash H1 greater. So now you've got a heading that's got your keyword in it, because you got your heading and your title in between the H1 tags. Then you'll do your less slash code greater, hit enter. Start your first sentence with those keywords. And it could be example, say you was talking about, I love to swim. So, your first sentence would be, I love to swim because it gives me a chance to relax, and it also provides me a lot of exercise in the water, period. I love to swim because when I'm in the water, yada, yada, yada. So you could do, 3 good sentences starting out with them keywords of why or what it is you're basing this article on. And then you could do your second heading. So you want to do another heading, but it's going to be a H2. So you're going to do less slash code greater, less H2 greater, your title slash keyword, less slash H2 greater, less slash code greater. And then you can talk about an experience that you had, whatever. And then don't publish yet. Hit enter. And you're going to do the H3 the same way. You're going to do less slash code greater, less H3 greater, keyword slash title, less slash H3 greater, enter, or not enter, but space, less slash code greater, enter. And then talk a little bit more about it and add a link. If you have a link that goes to another blog that you did before that talks about swimming or whatever you're talking about now, add a link to that. If not, add a link to something else. And the way you want to do that is less code greater. You can type whatever you want, and you can say, go read more of my blogs, for example. Click below to go read more of my blogs. Then you'll hit enter, less code greater, less A as in alpha, space, H as in help, E as in echo, R as in Romeo, equals, quote, your blogging URL, so empowernetwork.com/username or whatever your blog is. If it's not Empower Network, it's something else, but whatever /username, okay, quote, greater, and then put in the title of whatever you want that link to say, like the click here to read my blogs, less slash A greater, less slash code greater, and then you're gonna hit your forms mode key to get out of that, arrow down to the SEO, and in the SEO you're gonna put the exact words that you have in your title, and then instead of doing a forms mode and getting out of it, do Alt P to publish it. Now, you can also do a draft and review it and see where your percentage is. But also, if you're going to be fixing it right off, even if you publish and you update it, you can go back through, fix it, and publish it again. And because it's the same exact post, because it's going to put you back in that same page when you publish, you're going to see everything you wrote, everything's going to be there, and you can just go through and fix it and republish it. So that will help you get started. Next, we're going to talk about more about how to go over what errors it might be showing you that you need to fix. Also, how to add in the rel no follow link, which is very important. Also, how to make links pop up in a different window, which is very important. And I'm going to have a page that's going to have all them examples on it on my website. And if you're viewing this and if you go there now and you don't see that link, it's because I'm updating it. But go to www.aandemarketing.com/blogs, and then on that page you're going to see all the tips and all the examples on how to do this stuff. Okay, guys? Be sure to leave your feedback, subscribe, and, keep watching these videos because I'm going to be showing you some really good tips on helping people who use screen readers to use that blogging platform just as good as the people that, aren't using or are not using screen readers, okay? So, anyways, I hope that helped you guys, and I'll be talking to you real soon. Be sure to check out my website, and if you're not in the Empower Network, I'm just going to throw it in there as a bonus. You need to be, because it's a lot of fun. The blogging alone is a lot of fun. And the money and the knowledge that you learn and so much more, guys. So, anyways, until then, until next time, whatever you want to call it, talk to you later.